Hello, my lovelies. Hello, hello, hello. How are we all doing? I just want to make sure that everyone can actually hear me. Can everyone hear me? I don't know. Can you hear me? Hello, hello. Right, I'm just trying to catch up here because I'm trying to work out what's going on. Sign into chat. Why is it telling me to sign into the chat? Loud and clear, Teresa. Okay, is it nice and loud or is it muted? Because I just tried to listen to it in my earphones, but every time I talk, it noise cancels, so I can't actually hear myself. So just want to make sure that the microphone is loud enough, or is it a bit too loud? Do we need to turn me down a little bit? I'll wait until you answer. Oh, not far from me, small world. Sounds perfect, loud and clear. Perfect. Perfect day for a live. I'm working on my Teresa made me do it, so Miss Christmas Eve. Hello, Julie. Welcome to the stream. Hello. Right, let's see who we've got. Now, normally, Lauren is available to help me set up my my computer, and she is not here. So I'm basically flying solo on the tech. Look at me. I actually got on stream live without the tech guru full assistance. However, I do need to get the chat somewhere where I can see it. Anne says don't turn down. Annette, hi Annette, welcome to the stream. Hi Kirsty, hi Joanne. Who else have we got? We've got Tina, we've got Anika. Good evening from Denmark. We've just finished Glendon Place Poltergeist Pirate. Oh, look at you. Silver Stitches, hello my lovely. Welcome to the stream. Radiant 59, hello in Nebraska. And Dawn, hi my love, how are you? We've got Annette in the Netherlands. Sharon, hi Teresa, I made the live and sound is good. Yay! We're winning, people, we're winning. Hi Denise, welcome to the stream. Hi Louisa. I'm watching your something, the big screen. You are blurry. If I'm blurry, it's not from my end, I don't think. Is anyone else, can anyone else just double check that I'm not blurry, please? Dawn, not too good, Teresa. What's up, sweetheart? What's wrong? Talk to me. Tell me your problems. Oh, what have I done now? I've just messed my computer up. Hold up. I need to bring you back over here. I do love it when I get the tech wrong. Okay, I'm going to move the music down there so I can see what I'm doing. There we go. Hello in Melbourne. Wow, what time is it in Melbourne? Not blurry for me, not blurry. Okay, it must just be your internet at your end. I'm sorry. Everyone else is saying I'm not blurry, so I'm hoping that that's the case and that I'm not blurry. Oh, we've got Holly, we've got Claire. Sandy, hello my lovely. Shannon, looking good from here. Thank you so much. Hi from Glasgow. It's my first live and I'm so excited. Hello, welcome to the stream. Oh, Dawn says, fell in house and gave myself concussion, black eye and broken left hand. Dawn, what are you doing to yourself? We can't leave you alone for 5 minutes without you damaging yourself. Oh, my lovely. Oh, can we get some hearts in the chat for Dawn? Especially the fact that you broke your left hand. I'm assuming then that you're not able to stitch, darling. Gemma Stone Stitches. I watched last week and was sad because I had COVID and couldn't go with family on vacay. Today I'm watching, awaiting their return. Oh, well, there you go. Well, I hope the COVID is gone and that you're feeling much better. We have Mad Morty. I'm casting you on my big TV and we're not blurry. Yay! So Mad Morty is one of the mods and I do believe that we've got Quiet Mind Stitcher, my lovely friend, Mary Perkins. Who will also be modding. Oh, look at all the hearts in the chat for Dawn. Dawn, that's got to make you feel better. Oh, yes. Oh, so she is still stitching, but she's just using her right hand. Go Dawn. She is a diligent stitcher. Me, I'd be milking it for all it's worth. Hi, Sheila. First time live from Missouri today. Hi, welcome to the stream. Renata, hello from rainy California. Do you know what? I think you must be feeling the love of the UK because we are... What's this? Quiet Mind Stitcher not showing up as blue for modding. Oh. Oh. Why is she not down as a mod? We need to do something about that. Oh, how do we do it? How do we do that? Let me see if I can... I'm a bit frightened to touch anything. Because... No. Has she booted me? I haven't booted you, darling. I promise. But Lauren's normally the one that sort of sorts out all my mods. Okay. Has anyone got any idea how I do this? Hi, Teresa. I love watching you live from Illinois. Hello. Welcome to the stream. Do you know what? We could just try ringing Lauren while she's at a wedding to see if she can just tell me how to add Mary as a mod. Couldn't we? That's what we could do. If you can see bonbons in the background, about here, please ignore what she's doing. She's getting rather fruity with her bear. I think she thinks she's a boy. Apparently, it's just a sign of excitement. So that's all I'm saying. I say nothing more, right? Poor old Honey. So Honey down here on the bed, the little brown blob. She's on her fur baby period, so she's very miserable, very needy. So who knows how this is going to go. Darren is in the other room, but he's got friends round, and the girls are not feeling like people. They're a bit like Mummy. They're like peopled out, I think. So they're like, no, we're going to hang with Mummy. Hi, Teresa. I love watching your... Oh, I've done that one. Sorry. You have to go into studio and then community, I think. Okay, let's try that. Are you all right to just sort of hang out with me, guys? It's going to be... It could get a bit messy, this live, without the little tech friend. So let me see. Just had ads. Ugh. Anyway, here I am with my G&T and 2 dogs curled on my bed. Silver Stitches. Oh, look, I'm sorry about the ads. I don't have control over the ads. Right, studio. What was it that she said? Go into studio. You have to go into studio, then community, I think. Okay, let's see. Let's see if I can figure this out. Community moderation. That might be it. Oh, right. Okay. So standard mods. Let me put in quiet mind. What are you, darling? Quiet Mind Stitcher, is it? What's your handle name? Mary, say something in the chat. Quiet Mind Stitcher. Stitcher. There you are. Right, ads. Save. Okay, Mary, you should be blue. Can you try writing something in? Yes, she's turned blue. Look at me. I'm a tech guru. I know what I'm doing. I don't actually know what I'm doing, but we'll pretend that I know what I'm doing. Thank you for the tip, whoever that was. It works. Okay, so the mods in the chat are the people with the little blue spanners. My little blue spanner friends. So we've got Mad Morty. If you haven't checked out her channel, she is also over on YouTube. And we've got Quiet Mind Stitcher, who is the infamous Miss Mary Perkins. So they will be helping us in the chat. So if any of you have got questions or, you know, you need anything, then there you girls. They're going to help you out because I can't multitask to that level. We've got Jennifer. I can't stitch whilst listening to you. I have to watch. You are so colourful. Oh, thank you, my lovely. Andrea, taking a break from building shelves in cabinets to watch and stitch. That sounds like a fabulous idea for a Saturday evening. There's only so many cabinets that you can build on a Saturday. Hi there, joining from South Africa. Hello, Santi. Is it Santi? Santi, hi. Welcome to the stream. And we've got Karen the Needlebug. Hi there, Teresa. Made it this time. Good to see you live. So good to see everyone on the live and on the chat. And yeah, it's going to be a good day today, people. And I've come armed. You know, normally when I do these lives, I'm normally like a whole hot mess of haven't really prepared anything. In fact, that's how I am. I don't normally prepare much of anything. This time I come armed. I come armed because I must have been having a very reflective few days, because I have a little list here of things that I want to do and talk about whilst we're on this stream. So the fact that I have a little list, I mean, chances are we'll go completely off topic and go full beastie because, you know, it's a Teresa live. So the only thing that I was going to say, so you know when I say to you, okay everyone, what is everyone working on and what is everyone stitching on, and you all put it in the chat for me so that I can see what you're all stitching on, and I sit there going, I don't know that one, and I don't know that one, and I don't know that one, but you're all lovely enough that you tell me what you're stitching on. So I need you to do me a favour. So if you aren't already, I need you to go over onto the Teresa Made Me Do It Facebook page and post me pictures of all of the projects that you're stitching on today. So that way, when you sit there and say in the chat, I'm working on this and I'm working on that, I can then reflect back on Facebook and go, oh, that's what she was talking about. Oh, it's that one. Because, yeah, you all tell me all the lovely projects that you're working on. And honestly, half of them, I don't actually know what they are. And I feel sometimes I'm getting a bit of FOMO. I feel like I'm missing out because I don't actually see. And for those of you that say, well, you know, if you went on this Facebook group or that Facebook group, you see it. I don't really do social media. Not like most people do. So I'm not on a lot of, I mean, although I'm on a lot of groups at Facebook, I very rarely get to it. So the only one really that I do go on to is the Teresa Made Me Do It. And I spend a lot of time doing this and not actually commenting or answering, but I do look at it. So I would be thrilled to see all of your lovely works in progress and to see what you're stitching on today with me, because you can see what I'm stitching on. I think it's only fair. What have we got? Kiara. Oh, it has been a while since I caught a stream and I just recently got my stitchy bug back and have been stitching up a storm. Yay, Kiara. So good to hear. Renata says, I'll take the rain over 118 degrees it was last week. Well, it has done nothing but absolutely chuck it down today. I got a very small window at about 5:30 this evening to quickly race off out with the girls. I had a half an hour leg it round the block with the girls to at least give them some exercise. And then literally I walked through the door and within 15 minutes it was bucking down again. So I'm like, the grass is happy. I'm just not, because it's had all week to rain whilst I've been working and I've been stuck indoors, and you know, it's a weekend. It would have been nice to be in the garden, but then to be honest, had I been in the garden, I probably wouldn't have been quite so prepared for this live. So it's probably a good thing. We've got Honey Bunny Stitcher. Do you have any tips for tackling the bigger mirrors or the chatelaines? Don't really think it makes any difference the size. They're big. I mean, I done my Roses of Provence, and she was a big gal. I think you have to decide whether you're going to start at the top and work your way down, or start at the bottom and work your way up. I found personally that it was easier to not sort of do too much. Well, I mean, I'm never very good at stitching cross country anyway. So for me, I always tend to find that actually staying in an area and just filling the space out, it makes it so that I don't go wrong. And when it's such a big piece, I think that's one of the biggest possible issues, is if you go too far and you're sort of traveling too far with just one color. I like to bring the whole thing down together. That's just how I do it, but everyone has a different stitching style. I mean, I don't know if there's anyone else in the chat that is a particularly big stitcher with the big chatelaines or the big mirabilias or the big ladies. How do you do yours? Share people. Teresa, prepared tonight. Let's buckle up. Well, talking of buckling up, I think really the first thing we need to do is actually see what I'm well, you know what I'm stitching on. So today I am on Afghan. So let me just whiz us over. Here we are. We are on Afghan again today. It went so well last time that I was like, I think it makes sense to carry on with the Afghan. So that's the plan for today. What do we think? Are we all right with the Afghan? I mean, I would say that it's more than warm enough here for it, but I have it sort of just splayed to the side of me. It is so lovely seeing the stitching pop up on the Facebook. I'm gonna go and have a look. So guys, let me pull up my handy dandy iPad because we're gonna have a little look. So in the chat guys, tell me, what are you stitching on so that I can go on Facebook. Where's Facebook? Would you believe it? The dog wants to go out now. Where's my groups? Where is it? Teresa made me do it. There we go. Let's have a little look. Jeanette, Queens of Nature. Oh, I've got nowhere to put my iPad now. This is no good, is it? I'm working on Evening in the Park, about 3/4 of the way done. Yay! There's another Evening in the Park lover. I have to grid a pain, but really helpful. Chatelaines I start in the middle. Yep. Kiara I have to grid too, no matter what I'm doing. Okay, Gem Stitches Stitching on Peacock Days by Josephine Wall. Oh, I'm just looking at what we've got. What have we got here, people? So, oh, look. Haid Mini Virus, Randall Spangler. Annette. Janet's working on Queen of Nature. Love that. That's beautiful. What else have we got? Who's stitching what? Let's have a look. What else have we got? Paper, Pencil and Bird. I'm doing Haid Dancing Peacocks. See, I like the sound of that one. Hannah's stitching on Halloween at Hogrun Hollow. I know that one. There's one there that I know. Claire Besterman just started Miyari. Well, I know that one because I'm stitching on that one. She is gorgeous. Halloween and Christmas patterns. Michelle, I'm all down with that. I'm stitching my first Caroline Manning Amethyst. I don't know that one. I have to be honest. Okay, let me go on notifications. Where are we at? Oh, Jodie stitching. Jodie Freeston working on the Lola Crow Deadly Aquarium set. Do you know what? I saw this one. I saw that one and was just like, that's quite quirky. But now I've seen lots of people stitching it up and they've all done it on different colour fabrics. It's gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Okay, Jan stitching Camel and Lion by the Scarlet Letter Samplers. Justine. Be Still My Troubled Heart. Haid. Lovely. I'm stitching a Love Christmas Quaker and Autumn Hydrangea Chatelaine. I'm not clever enough to do pictures. That's fine. That's fine. But for those of you that like to do pictures, make sure to share on the Teresa Made Me Do It Facebook group, because that way at least I get to see. The latest Caroline Manning is gorgeous too. Oh, I don't know what that one is. I'm not down with the Caroline Manning. I'm stitching a Bridgeton for my friends and changing the colours. Jennifer, she's stitching on the Long Dog sampler. Working of Shores of Hawk Run Hollow. I know that one. See, there are some that I do know. We've got a lot of you are working on Haids. I'm working on my Haid Cutie Christmas Gnome. There's quite a lot of you working on Christmas then. Floss Sews and Grows. Hello, just joined you. I'm stitching on Liz Matthews and Kathy Barrack's Santa and the Wallmakers. Oh, I don't know that one either. I'm going to have to... Do you know what? I love to watch this back because what I do is I actually go into the chat, watch the chat and then go Googling. because I feel like I get FOMO otherwise. Dawn stitching on. Hade Sal, Fox I'm stitching on. Hannah 4 Seasons, Heaven and Earth Designs. Wow, wow, wow. Stitching down the rabbit hole, Jennifer, me too. See, there's a few of you that are actually stitching on the same projects. Mad multi-stitching on Lilith of Labrador, but also having to concentrate on the chat. Multi, what would we do without you? I do hope you don't end up having to frog because I've made you help me in the chat. Right, okay. Give me 2 seconds because would you believe it? Honey the needy baby now wants to go out and socialise. So let me let her out and I'll tell Darren that he's going to have to keep her out there. Stay right there. I'll put you on mute. Okay, I'm back. I am back. Right, now I need to get my bearings because although I was very organised in some respects, I wasn't necessarily organised at preparing my stitching for the live. What does FOMO stand for? So Jennifer, FOMO basically is a fear of missing out. That's what it is. And yeah. I don't get very FOMO, but I do get a little bit. But come on, it's like sometimes when I'm sort of sitting there thinking, oh, but everyone's doing all these things and I feel like I'm missing out on something. Right, let me just get my bearings and make sure that, where's me handy dandy marker? Oh, right, do I want to use a highlighter? So I can see, oh, I don't know, this one's, oh, it's a marker pen. I'm working on the anniversary by Leela Studios. I have a lot of patterns from Mystic Stitches, but the website has been closed. Oh no. Right, let me just make sure that I'm where I need to be here so that we don't completely mess this up. Right, where are we? So I'm there. So I've got 1, 2, 3. The only thing is, my big bit of fabric is getting in the way of where my arm needs to be, would you believe? Oh no, now it's just dropped off. Hold on. We started off so well. I was so organised and planned and now maybe not so much. Oh, now it's... Stay there, you. Don't you drop off. Right, okay. I'm not going to touch it. I'm gonna try and do this. Let's see where we're at. So there's 3 there, so we want to come down here. Right, let's actually start some stitching since as we're like 25 minutes in and have not stitched a thing. So let's have a little look. What have we got here? So Miss Mary Perkins, I've just approved a few people for the Facebook group. Welcome for those that have now joined the Facebook group so that I can see all your gorgeous stitching. Quick point for people trying to join the Facebook group, please make sure you answer the questions. Yes, most definitely. If you don't answer the questions, you don't get in. It's just a thing. It's just so that we know that we're getting actual stitchers rather than anybody else. Because honestly, you would be surprised the random people that decide that they want to come and create havoc in these Facebook groups. Sent you a picture of A.W. Ori of Wizards. Where did you send it, Louisa? Did you send it? Where did you send it? Hold on. She sent me a picture. Oh, Louisa. No, don't have it. Sent you a picture. No, I still haven't got it. Silver Stitchy says, I have FOMO for a Samsung tablet with 2 free gifts. I have to wait. Okay, Mad Multi just said, yeah, I just had to decline one. So if you don't put the answers to the little questions, we can't accept, because we need to make sure that you are actually stitchers, because we do get some rather odd, strange people. Love the Deadly Aquarium. It looks stunning. Yeah, I totally agree. I've just started my first full coverage. Claire Bateman. I'm a tad nervous. Don't be nervous. Don't be nervous. It's supposed to be fun. And let's be honest. I mean, what's the worst that can happen, right? That's how I see it now. Worst case scenario is you go a little bit wrong and you have to unpick some stitches and start again. It's supposed to be therapeutic. I mean, me personally, you know when you sort of like listening to people and they're sort of saying, are you a process stitcher? Or is it all just the big push to sort of get finishes? I'm not quite sure what bucket I fit in when it comes to that, whether I'm a process stitcher or, do you know what? These dogs are doing my head in, because now they're scratching at the door again to come back in. It's very annoying. And the problem is she's going to just scratch the door to pieces if I don't do something. Working on Hade Sale 2024, Forest Ferry, 3 with the ladybug, flowers, a frog. Less than 100 stitches to go in order to finish 3 pages. Yay. 1 more page to win the other 9 charts. I love your Afghan. Yay. Thank you, Carolyn. Someone told me that they're just little crosses and you have to take 1 stitch at a time. The community is so wonderful. They will give you the support. Claire, I couldn't agree more. I wonder who that person was. They're just little stitches. They're just little crosses. That's all it is. Teresa, where did you get the Afghan from? So the Afghan I got from Nimble Thimble. No, is it Nimble Thimble? Yeah, Nimble Thimble in North Wales. Mary, I'm getting that right, aren't I? We was at Nimble Thimble. We went to the Wrexham retreat. But she does it so that you get the chart and you can actually pick the fabric up, like as a kit. It was. Yeah, Susie. Hi, Susie, my lovely. So Susie's on the stream. Susie was also at the Nimble Thimble. We was all hanging out at the Nimble Thimble. I'm pleased I took up stitching when I did. If I tried it as a teenager, it would have been flung to a wall more often than not. Yeah, I don't think I would have the the patience that I've got as I've matured. I ordered my Afghan and chart from 123 Stitch. Oh, well, there you go. 123 Stitch in the States does it as well. So Anne Smith said, I had to cancel and reapply to the groups. I accidentally hit submit when I tried to scroll down. No problem, Anne. Kiara said, I stitch for my mental health as well. And yes, some advice that I've seen on Reddit is if you don't feel like stitching, just do a couple of stitches. And if you don't feel like doing more, stop. Do you know what? It shouldn't be something where you feel you have to do it. It's all optional. Completely optional. But I know that some people sort of say they're a process stitcher versus that it's all about, you know, diving for the finish. I'm not quite sure what I am. I think I'm a bit of both because I actually love the process. But I also love the finishing. But then who doesn't love a good finish? Let's be honest here. It's a thing. We all love to finish something because it's you get that yay moment. Apart from 1, 2, 3, 4. Apart from there have been, and this is what makes me think sometimes that I am a process stitcher. There are some times when I get a finish, especially a finish on one of my bigger projects, like Roses of Provence or some of my full coverages. When I get a finish on those, I'm so elated, but then I'm sort of disappointed. It's sort of, I'm disappointed that it's finished, if that makes any sense. See, that's what I mean. None of it makes any sense. You know, it's not like I can sit here and say, oh yeah, well, you know, it's all about the process. In which case, if it was all about the process, it'll be like, well, I'll stitch one project. When I finish it, I'll just get another one, and the process will be stitch that one. But I always find I get a bit disappointed and a bit like low after I sort of get over the excitement of the finish. Is it just me, or is it all of us? Are we all like that? Kathleen said, Nimble Thimble just up the road from me. Didn't know of it till saw it on your YouTube. Oh, she's amazing. She is amazing. Also, if you know Nimble Thimble, there is also, oh my, what is that other shop? Create Nostalgia, which is quite close as well. That's another lovely little shop. Full of stuff. Full of stuff. Nothing like a bit of brick and mortar action. We don't have enough of it here in the UK, unfortunately. I wonder if some people have decision fatigue. Having lots of whips or kits can actually cause stress about stitching. Yeah, I can't say that it stresses me very much though. I just tend to find that I jump from, I can get a bit, how do I say it? So if I jump too often from one project to another and stitch on things because I feel that I have to stitch on it, because it hasn't had enough love, rather than me stitching on things that I want to stitch on, I tend to find that I can get a bit like that. Justin says, I've just been declined to join the Facebook group. I answered all the questions, but it says I didn't meet the criteria. I'm a bit confused. Huh? Let's have a little look, people, shall we? Justin, can you try again and I will look out for you? Thank you, Mary. We'll let Mary help you with that. Honey Bunny Stitchery. Makes sense, kind of like finishing a good book. Yeah. Yeah, it's exactly like that. Because you know when you sort of, you finish the book and you're so excited because you're like, now it all makes total sense. But then it's like, well, now what? And I don't know about you, but then if I try and immediately start on a new book, I'm like, not really feeling that. That's how I sort of get. Once I get over that little hurdle, I'm totally fine. Totally fine after that. Right, let me do some counting. Because we're coming to the end of the block. Look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I need 6 more. Don't let me mess this up, people. Keep an eye on my counting for me, because you know what I'm like. Although I'm coming to the end of my thread. 1, 2, 3. I'll be all right once I get to the end here. 4, 5. Do you know what? This dog's gonna scratch my door to pieces if I don't let her back in. Okay, so I'm at the end of my line. So that's where the block finishes. So I just needed to get myself where I need to be, because then I have like it orientates me within the block. I'm stitching Little Ocean blushing pink stitches. Lovely. 6 more, keeping track. Kiara, also, despite needing a finish or I get discouraged, when I do get a finish, I'm excited at first that I'm getting to the last few stitches. But when I put the last stitch in, it's sort of an anticlimax. Yeah, see, it is one of those things. I mean, who would have thought that we'd be sitting there worrying about, you know, okay, well, I finished that, so what do I do now? But it does have that effect on me. I tend to find that when I'm stitching on something, thoroughly enjoying it, then I get the excitement of it's actually close to a finish. When I finish it, although I'm absolutely pleased as punch that I finished it, it is like an anticlimax. And anything else that I try and pick up straight away, I don't have the love for, if that makes any sense. I do have to give myself a few days to almost like reacclimatize myself with something else. I get totally overwhelmed as I love large cross stitch. The Emerald City from the Wizard of Oz will probably be a lifetime project. Christy says, have you decided how to back your quilt? Do you know what? I had a comment in... Sorry, I'm just getting my threads, people. I had a comment in... I don't know if it was the last one that I did. Was it the last one that I did? I don't know if it was the last live and someone's left a comment on it, or whether it was actually on something else. But there was a lady on there that turned around and said that she done an Afghan, and she sort of how do you say, she backed it with felt. Oh no, felt, not felt, with fleece, so that way when she sort of used it as like a throw and threw it over her so that she could sit and look at all of her beautiful stitching at the same time, it was all nice and cozy. But then, you know, when you're sitting there thinking, after all this stitching, and given that I don't know how delicate it would be, would you use it as an actual quilt? Come on, guys, tell me. If this was your Afghan and you spend all this time doing all this stitching on your Afghan, would you hang it on a wall? Given that it's so big, I mean, basically it's a wall hanging. Or would you use it as a quilt, or would you just use it as like a throw, or would you not use it at all? I'm keen to see what everyone else's thoughts are on this, because I keep sort of changing my mind like the weather. One minute I'm sitting there going, oh no, there's no way that I would do this or that. And then I'm like, actually, I probably would. Oh, that dog, I'm going to kill her in a minute. I wouldn't, obviously, but she's scratching the life out of my door. I would probably hang it on a wall. That sounds like an amazing idea. I would use it as a quilt. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna have to let the dog back in. I'm sorry. She's just, they're like small children, dogs. They're a pain. They're great when they're sleeping, but if I don't do something, she's gonna go and scratch the life out my door. I wouldn't use it as an Afghan and enjoy stitching in it. Cross stitch pictures I don't use no more as a picture. I use as a cushion. They last for years. Yeah, the problem is this one's too big to be a cushion. This would have to be like the biggest cushion you've ever seen in your life. And now I've got a big knot in my... I'm going to kill the dog. Will you stop scratching at my door? My husband is supposed to be overseeing the dogs. See? Hold that thought, people. I'm going to read all these comments in a tick. Give me a minute. Let me sort this dog out. Oh, lay down. That's it. Now you sit there and you stay there. Okay, if you want to be in here, then you're in here with me. But don't keep going to the door. Right? Okay, she's been officially told off. Right, now where was I with my threads? Do you know what? I think I've lost one of my threads. I think my blower's blown it away. Where has it? Where are we at? Have we got 2 bits of thread here? No, we've got 2 bits of thread. Okay, where was I? Where was I before I was so rudely interrupted? How do you end the thread on your Afghan? How do you end the thread on the Afghan? The same way that I would do it on anything else. So I just run it through the back of the existing stitches. Hence the reason why I would never have something like this where I wouldn't put something on the back of it unless it's a wall hanging. If it's a wall hanging, it's sort of got a quilted area around the outside, so I would probably still put something on the back of it. I can do both. Susie, what do you mean I can do both? I would back it and use it too. Yeah, I suppose, you know what, I could sort of, I don't know, see, Susie's a good idea because Susie is a quilter, so no doubt she has many an idea of how to overcome it. My husband says you should make a bean bag. Not a bad shout, but I'm not sure what I would do with a bean bag either. Okay. So, as you can see, I'm doing a loop start, but because it's 4 threads, it's fine. It's an easy start. I would back it with minky or cuddly fuzzy fabric. Don't know what you call it in the UK. Soft as a cloud and protects the stitches on the back. Sew quilt lines along the red block lines. Oh yeah, I see what you mean. I like that idea. I do like that idea. I'd display it somehow, not use it. I'm assuming you'd have to hand wash it. So that would be a hassle since it's large. Do you know what? I hadn't that bit hadn't even crossed my mind. But now that you've said it, I sort of see the point. I will show you next time I see you. Right, Susie's going to give me some tips and ideas because Susie has the most amazing ideas, and seems as she does a lot of quilting, she's my little guru that helps me, because it's always nice to have a guru to help me. Do you know what? I've just realised I think I've got the wrong chat showing. I think I've only got my YouTube chat. Oh, there we go. Right, that's my multi-stream, isn't it? Okay, I think I've got the right chat showing now. Although I say that. Susie, you are on YouTube, aren't you? Is there anyone that's on Twitch that's in the chat? Can you post a comment just so I can see that if I've got someone on Twitch that I can see the comment? Because I'd hate to think that I'm sitting here looking at the wrong chat because I'm so technically savvy. Hey, I'm on Twitch. Hello, Twitch. Thank you. I'm definitely not watching the right chat, so I am now. So chat away. I'm all ears and eyes again now. I thought something was wrong because I was like, I don't see any Twitch people. Not that there would necessarily be anyone watching me on Twitch, but I'm pretty sure that there are one or two that normally join the lives. Kiara said, I post my whips with a link to the pattern and image. Take a cozy picture with it and then hang it on the wall with your picture beside it. Chem Stitch, that's quite a good one, because then at least I can say that it was usable, and then it was actually it's usable, but it's not, because I'm just gonna have it displayed. Right, okay, I think we're in a good place here. And why hasn't my chat moved? Oh, it is moving. It's okay. I was starting to worry that we weren't moving. Hey, Zuri, sweetie. How are you? It's just like being at the retreat. 45 minutes in, and this is your first stitch, Teresa. I have a line, darling. Look at that. We're making great progress. Anyone that's been to a retreat with me, Zoe has been to a retreat with me. So she knows just how bad I am at actually sitting down and doing stitching. But in my defense, I am a bit of a social butterfly, especially when it's the Essex Needles retreats, because they're like mine and Elaine's, and it would be rude to just sit there and ignore everyone and just sit and stitch. I can't possibly do that. Mary's just realised that Zoe's in the chat as well. Okay, so where are we at? 1, 2. I need to go over onto the Facebook group in a minute, because I'm going to go and see what you're all stitching. But before I do that, I need to at least get a few stitches in mine, right? I think that's fair. And then I can go and look at pictures of all the stuff that you're stitching on. See, a lot of you seem to be stitching on Hades. There's a lot of you doing a lot of the full coverage. And I'll be honest, I've not really had much of a chance to touch much on the full coverage stuff. Not for any particular reason. Just not. I think it's because a lot of the full coverages, I need to be able to concentrate, and I don't like to do that unless it's the weekend and it goes all quiet. But just recently, there's just not been one quiet weekend. I'm like, really, guys, what's going on? I mean, I know it's the summer, but I mean, it was a bit like, so the original plan was that Lauren and Ben, the kids, as I call them, they're not kids, they're full grown. Lauren and Ben have gone off to a wedding, so they're away for the weekend, this weekend. So I was like, Darren was supposed to have been out racing or working, so I was like, fabulous, I actually get to have the house to myself. Hence the reason why I said, I'm doing a live. I'm doing a live because I'm home alone and I can actually, you know, just have the quietness. Because the original plan was to go out, walk the dogs, start the live. Darren wasn't going to be here, and I was going to leave this door open so that the dogs can come in and out as and when they see fit, and it would just be so nice and quiet. I kid you not, half an hour before this stream, Darren turned around and said, oh, me and Paul are coming back, we're getting a takeaway. Then his fiance Kaylee turned up, and I was like, guys, I'm doing a live stream. And they're like, that's all right, we'll be quiet. But it's like, you know, when it's just like all of a sudden there's these people that are just sort of like turning up, and you're like, that wasn't the plan. That wasn't the plan. So you sort of feel torn then, because at first I was like, well, maybe I shouldn't do the live. And I'm like, no, I plan to do the live. If he changes my plans, or if he changes his plans, that's fine. But that doesn't change my plans. My plans are you guys. And I was like, no, I am not letting you guys down, and I'm not letting the side down. I had a plan. We're sticking with it. Stitching Down the Rabbit Hole said, help, why am I willing to spend 5 minutes taking out a knot instead of cutting and moving on? Laugh out loud. Tell me I'm not alone. Oh, you're so not alone. Many a time I've sat there trying to unravel a thread when I could just basically cut the thread and start a new one. So Zoe says, Hades, I try to kit up in a section. I also try to pull from stash where I can. There's always a whole bunch of colours that only need 100 stitches. No need to buy a whole skein. Plan never goes the way we want it to. Isabel, sweetheart, you're not wrong there. I've actually got to the point that I've given up planning anything in my life, because every time I plan something, it usually goes terribly wrong. Not for any particular reason in just in general. So I'm like, you know what? The less I plan and the more spontaneous I am, the better it is. But no disrespect, that's a bit like, you know, when you sort of, you don't plan that you're going to sort of meet up with friends, and then, I don't know, a bit like what's happened tonight, where sort of like friends have come round, and then you have like an impromptu social night, and all of a sudden, like, that impromptu social night is actually better than any pre-planned night. So I suppose they're all sort of the same. I tend to find impromptu is always better. Okay, we're getting on a wiggle now, because I've got some stitches in where I needed them, so that it makes the not requiring of counting so much better. There we go. We're off to a flying start. I hate it when the thread breaks when you try to take it out if you put it in the wrong place, because it frays and then you end up having to put new threads on. So frustrating. Oh. The thing is, though, we sit here and moan about things that frustrate us with our stitching, but we absolutely love the stitching, right? It is one of those things that it's sort of, I tend to find that there's certain days that if I find that there's things that frustrate me that badly when I'm stitching, I just stop stitching, because I'm like, I'm obviously not in the right mindset for this. I'm obviously not feeling it. So I tend to be like, no, I'm just going to give up. I'm going to give up while the going's good. Would you believe it? The next dog is scratching at the door now. They're doing it to spite me. This was the reason that I wanted the door left open, because then they can come and go at their leisure. But because obviously there's people outside, I don't want to leave the door open because then you'll hear it in the background. I've been tempted to try thread chicken to get shorter alts, but the thought of dealing with the thread in the needle to use as a lasso to pull the 2 short threads stressed me out. And it says, stitching keeps me sane. Justin, yay, I've joined your Facebook group. Now loving seeing all the whips. I'm going to have to go over there in a tick. Should I go over there and look at it now while I'm on the stream? Or should I look at it after the stream? What do we reckon? Up to you. Up to you. Oh, yes, it's part of it. Take it rough with the smooth. I'm constantly playing thread chicken. Oh, I've done that one, haven't I? Oh, no, I'm constantly playing thread chicken as I start and end loops on top. Stitching keeps me sane. Yep. I don't know. For me, I find it very therapeutic. It's like, it's the thing that makes me just sort of go, ah, me time. Me time. Go now. Okay, right. All right. Hold on, people. I'm just going to put you on the be right back screen because I need to go and sort the poochies out. I'm going to leave you for a moment. What's that? I've done that way too many times, Kiara. It's so awkward, but I have to learn my... Right. I'm going to go and have a look at Facebook with you in a minute. But before I do, I need to go and sort these fur babies out. So I'm just going to put you on the be right back. Hang out for a bit. I won't be very long. I promise you. Okay? Let me see if I can do the be right back. She says. Famous last words. If it says stream ending, it's not. It does say stream ending. That's no good. Maybe I should put the starting soon so that no one thinks of it. What has happened to my streaming? Hold up. Hold on. Oh, here we go. See, look at me. I'm learning to be super tech, right? Okay. Stay right there, guys. I'll be right back. Let me sort these damn fur babies out. Oh my god. I was sitting there chatting away and I still had the be right back screen on. At least you can hear me, right? You might not be able to see me, but you can hear me. Oh dear. So hubby has decided that even though I'm planning to stream until 9 o'clock, he's decided that it is time to bring the alcohol out. So we've got, what have we got? Hang on, let me ring him. Let me find out what we've got here. I'm not sure what I've got. Have we all got a drink? Has everybody got a beverage of choice? Claire said it's gin o'clock. You know, not much stitching might happen once this happens. You know me. It only takes a little and then I'm a bit tipple. Hold on, let me call him. I'm going to put him on loudspeaker. Let's hope he doesn't say anything inappropriate. Let's see what he says. I've been drinking my gin. What's your tipple? I'm about to find out because I don't know what it is.
Hello.
Hello, darling. Please be family friendly because you're on live stream. What tipple do I have? What is this?
It's a passion fruit martini.
Ah, passion fruit martini. Right, okay. Yeah. Thank you for that, dear.
That's all right.
Bye.
It's a porn star without the Prosecco.
It's a porn star without a Prosecco. Right, okay. Yeah. I think I quite like the idea of the porn star myself. Okay, thank you.
Bye.
Bye. There we go. So I have, what was it I've got? What have I got? See what I mean? I'm a lady of a certain age. You just told me what it was. And all I can remember is porn star without the Prosecco. A something martini I've got, haven't I? Passion fruit martini. That's the one. Mad Morty, what do you mean you haven't got one? I need to go get one. Everyone behave for 5 minutes. I think we can manage. Well, I say we can manage. I'm not sure we can manage. Gemstone, she says, simply lime juice, cranberry juice, fresh lemon and vodka. Yes. Oh, Renata's got a pina colada, a banana pina colada. Passion fruit martini. Thank you, Claire. What would I do without you? Kiara says, I can't drink alcohol because of my pills. Kiara, that doesn't mean that you can't drink anything. Have you got like a lemonade or a juice, or a cup of tea, a cup of coffee? Louisa, I have to bring the lappy into the living room as Telly has went all fuzzy again. Oh, that's never good. Zoe says, isn't a martini normally in a little glass? You've got a bucket-sized martini there. Well, that's okay. By the time we get to 9 o'clock, I'll be slurring every word to you. Silver Stitches, yay, we can party now. Most definitely. Mad Multi said, Brom's in bed. He did a night shift and ran out of spoons about 45 minutes ago, so I don't have a drink. That's just, well, you need to get him out of bed. Get him out of bed. Get the drink. Dawn's got a Vimto squash. You go, girl. Jodie's got a pink gin and lemonade. Oh, I'm liking that. Kiara, about to get some zero sugar orange soda. That sounds yum. We've got pink gin and tonic with ice. Isabel's on a sparkling water because, you know, see, sparkling water, that's gorgeous. You won't need to worry about being sozzled. Oh, because I had 4 teeth removed and still taking a bit of painkiller. Oh, Isabel. Oh, I'm feeling your pain, my lovely. Jennifer's got a cherry flavoured juice packet with water. My favourite. A cherry flavoured juice packet. Ooh, cherry sounds nice. Christy says, it's morning here, coffee for me. Maybe I should add a little something to it. I think you should. Nice little Irish coffee. Nothing wrong with that. And it is Saturday morning. Come on. Sandy's just sat down with a cuppa and some pointless, so stitching on hold. You've made me get last glass of Sauvignon Blanc. Been in the fridge all week. See, it's been waiting. It had your name written all over it. Claire's got a nice spiced rum and Diet Coke. Oh, yeah, I do like a bit of spiced rum. I like a Kraken. I do like the Kraken rum. Sandy's got Pringles as well. She's got snacks. She's got snacks as well as the little tipple. Okay. Mona, what is a mimosa? What is that? I don't think I know that one. I'm going to actually do some stitching now before I have too many drinks or too many sips of that drink, because otherwise this could turn into a real hot mess. Andrea says, later I will be having a blueberry lavender rum punch. Ooh. Anne-Marie Smith, red rose tea. Claire says, Kraken is my favourite, but it's Captain Morgan's tonight. Nothing wrong with a bit of Captain, darling. Silver Stitches, coffee Kraken is life. Morty's back. Morty, what tipple of choice have you got? What have you got? What have you got in your drink, darling? So mimosa is champagne and OJ. Oh. Oh, that sounds yum. I could see us doing that. Honey, come and lay down. Come on. Come and lay down. In your beds. Like the girls being told off. Because they're back in here and now they're scratching again. They wanted to come in. So Daddy let them in. And as soon as they come in, they want to go back out again. Honey, come and lay down. Come on, on your bed. On your bed. Good girl. Now lay down. Stay there. God, look, she's looking at me. She's looking at me and just saying, like, Mum's so mean. She just shouted at me. Teresa Little Stitch, a pink gin and a tropical fizz thing. A tropical fizz thing. Oh my God. Love the Kraken, but has to be dead man's finger for me. But I like yours, Claire. I have Captain Morgan too. I'm trying to think. Have I had dead man's finger? Yes, I have actually. What's that, Big Bear? Big Bear, what are you doing? Come round this side. Come here. What's wrong? What do you want? Honey is being ridiculously needy. Honestly. Girl dogs, when they're at that time of the month, they're in their season. Oh, it's hard work. Susie says any rum will do, just as long as it's neat. Oh no, we couldn't do neat. We'd be falling off the chair. Well, I'd be falling off the chair anyway. Okay, where am I at? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Right. Just ordered the newest limited from Haid in a mini. Just ordered the newest limited from Haid in a mini. Oh, very nice. Right, hold on. One thing that I said I was going to do that I completely forgot to do is go on the Facebook group and look at all your lovely stitching that you're doing. We had a bottle of spiced rum mermaid gin brand from the island of Wight. Oh, right. Okay. Look, there's lots of stuff. Let's have a little look. Where are we? Where's the Teresa made me do it? Oh, here we go. Teresa made me do it. Okay, let's have a little look. What have we got here? So Jane, Winter Solstice by Joan Elliott. Oh, yeah, I know that one. I know that one. What else have we got? So Lynn is working on a Winter White Santa. Lovely. Look at that. Are you enjoying it, Lynn? Are you enjoying your Winter White Santa? Christina's stitching on Maiden of Tabataha. She is gorgeous. I absolutely love. Absolutely love. I love it when I get mine out and I stitch on her. Ooh. This is the Belinda Gower. It's from Etsy. I've changed the background from pink because Belinda is purple crazy. Oh, it's the Bridgertons. That's lush. Like that. Sandy's working on Long Dog Sampler. Now, see, this is in French. I don't know about you, but I am absolutely useless when it comes to Le Jardin de something or another. For those of you on the Facebook page, you know. Have everyone posted their stopping points in the Facebook group at the end of the live so we can see progress? I can't do that because then I would have to post mine and mine would look like the lamest. Kiara says, my name is Lakota on the Facebook page. Okay. Sandy, I'm loving the purples and the greens. Absolutely loving that. I'm working on the colourful frogs from Tilton Craft. That is gorgeous. I love that one. Have you seen that? Translates to pleasure garden. Oh, right. Okay. I've learned something new. What's the Facebook page called? Sorry, I'm late. Hi, Nikki. Welcome to the stream. It's the Teresa Made Me Do It Sal group. I think that's what it's called, isn't it? One of the mods will put the link in the chat. Oh God, Morty, really? Are you expecting me to say that? Pronounced le zra dan du plaisir. Is that it? That can't be real. Did you really just sort of like... Have I even said that right? Should we try it again? Pronounced Maybe I need to drink some more of this glass of tipple first. Pronounced lezer dan de. I can't say it. Oh dear, I think I need more alcohol already. All right, where was we? Colourful frogs from Tilton Craft. I can't even speak at all now. Oh, hello. Silver Stitches. Jardin der Pleasure. Is that right? Ben Bravo is Italian. Debbie, Alaska is that temperature. Right, okay, so where else have I got? So Christy is working on Fox and Rabbit Mystery Sale 2024. Love the colours. Love those blues. Lots of blues on there. Susie, hi Teresa, stitching my Holly Berry whilst watching you. Do you know what? The more I see this Holly Berry by Bella it is Bella Filipina. The more I see it, the more I'm like, oh, I keep getting wooed with things. Okay, Isabel, French lesson at the retreat. Jardin des Plaisirs. Is that right? Isabel, you need to help me. In case you didn't know, so Tea Time Fix in the chat is actually Isabel, and she has a YouTube channel, Tea Time Fix on YouTube, which is all French. Is that right, Isabel? I don't think I've ever seen you do anything in English. I think it's all French. So if you're fluent in French, you need to go and check out her channel. If not, just do what I do and use the subtitles. It's so much easier. Wow, a lot of talent in the Facebook group. I know, Jennifer. It's gorgeous stuff, isn't it? So Amy's doing Celebrate Summer by Madame Chantilly. Oh, 40 count. I like that. Jennifer says we might have to take one for the team and go to France for a lesson. No, I'm hoping Isabel can give me some pointers on pronunciation. Of course, I totally butchered it, being very Essex over here. But she said it was nearly there. Bags are packed, ready to go to France. I bet the weather is better in France than it's here. Wow, I wish I was fluent in French. Do you know what? Oh, definitely. I wish I could just speak another language enough that I could even get by. I can't even do that. So Lisa Nuttall, my today's FFO. Oh, Lisa, that's beautiful. Dusk to Dawn, Fly By Night, Aviation Institute. I like that. I love that finish. That's so beautiful. Amy's currently working on Lola Crow, The Deadly Aquarium. There's lots of you that are stitching on that. Love. Love, love, love. All right, I'll check back in. I'll check back in after the stream because you're all diligently stitching and I'm just sort of sitting here chatting and I'm not really getting much stitching at all, am I? I mean, how many have I actually stitched? I think I've done maybe 20 stitches the whole live. We've been here for... Well, what time did we start the stream? We started an hour and 15 minutes ago and I've done maybe, I don't know, 20 stitches. I want the Deadly Aquarium. Kiara, are you being enabled here? This is what I like about sort of when I do sort of share and then people share with me what they're stitching on, because it's at that point that I'm like, oh yeah, that's nice. And I get enabled because I don't really go onto any of the groups and just scroll through lots and lots of stuff. I tend to go and look at specific things rather than not specific things. Silver Stitches says you've got 20 more than me. Started stitching, have now put it down to watch the chat. I know, but see, that's the thing. I am having to try and watch the chat and actually physically stitch, because otherwise, what would be the point of you coming to hang out with me if I'm not actually stitching on anything? I am actually, this is like a stitch with me, which means that I'm supposed to be stitching. I can't just sit there and watch the chat. Hey Teresa, drinking slow, gin and tonic, enjoying your stream. Hi there, welcome to the stream. All of you enable me, so much talent. Yeah, see, I like it when I actually get to see what people are stitching. But I'm not the sort of person that will sit on the likes of Facebook or Instagram and just endlessly scroll through. I just don't. I don't know why. I wouldn't say I'm antisocial, but I just don't have the time. And even when I do, I look, but I don't look. Do you know what I mean? It's not like I'm consciously looking. So Dawn, 79 stitches for me so far. You made my dad laugh when you said how many stitches you did. Well, you know, I'm multitasking over here. That's going to be my very, very lame excuse as to why I don't have that much stitched, and I'm gonna embrace that. Hi, Dawn's dad, by the way. Dawn, does your dad stitch? Is your dad stitching anything? To have a Cyber Girls night out with drinks. Just discovered I already was, but haven't been notified. Change that now. Jennifer says, Zoom chats are fun. We need a slumber party. Oh, yes. There's an idea. There's an idea. But then saying that, I'm pretty bad at even being consistent with my lives, aren't I? So maybe when my life is a little less chaotic, I'll have time for slumber parties as well. That would be nice. That would be very nice. Right, I need to get some stitching done, ladies and gentlemen, because it's like coming up for 8:30. I'm going to wrap the live up at 9 o'clock. And I need to at least say that I've done some stitching with you instead of me sitting here just chatting. But I do love hanging out on the chat with you all. And I don't like it when I keep missing things. Keep missing questions and what everyone's saying. How do you start your thread? So, how do I start my thread? So, because on the Afghan, it's big. Because this is, I think it's a 14 count, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's a 14 count. So it uses a lot of thread. So it needs 4 strands. But because 4 strands at a normal length don't really go very far, what I do is I get really long lengths of two strands, and then I fold them in half, which is what makes my 4 strands. And then put them together. But I make it so that my lengths are really long, like a lot longer than I would if it was like a normal stitching. And then that way, and the beauty of this is by stitching with 4 strands makes it so that I can still do my loop start. So oh, your nails are so pretty. Do you like the nails? I've gone with like multicolored. Look. So we got one sort of like, I don't know what color that is. It's a nudie neutral. And then we've got some flowers here. And then we've got a plain one and another plain one. Of course I did it out of spite. It's rude not to, right? I purposely will now no longer have plain nails. They are beautiful. Did you paint them yourself? No, I'm not that talented. I really am. That's one thing I'm not. Do you know what? I'm not actually too bad at doing my right hand. But my left hand, definitely not. Right. So, let's get me wiggle on. Now, I'm wondering whether I've already marked this off. See, it's been so long since I actually finished this one row. I can't remember whether I already marked it off as part of the first leg. There we go. Right, where are we at? How many have we got? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yes, we did mark it off. Teresa little stitch out. I had one now painted at the moment, ready for a stitch with me tomorrow. Oh, Mad Morty. I like that. I like that a lot. I think we should all boycott YouTube, and anyone that does any floss tuber that does floss tube should basically make sure that they just have one now that's odd, just out of spite. Oh, right. I knew that. Right. So I did say to you, I've got talking points, didn't I? Didn't I say I had talking points? Let me check. Let me check to make sure I've spoken to you about my talking points. Share stitchy pictures. We've done that. There's a little bit of something at the end because we need to talk about. We're going to do a poll. So I'm assuming that my super duper all singing all dancing mods know how to do a poll on the chat. Do you know how to do a poll on the chat, ladies? Either of you? If not, I'm sure I can do it, but do you know how to do it? We're not going to do it now, but we're going to do it before we end the stream. Even the male floss tubers should do it. Most definitely. Okay, no, don't know how to do it. All right, I'll do a poll in the chat. But basically, at the end of the stream, because my plan is that I'm going to try. I say try. I am going to do a live stream next weekend, and I was thinking, this is twice now in a row that I've stitched on my Afghan. And I thought I would throw some choices in the mix as to what I should stitch on next week. So I thought, well, rather than me have to sit there and decide, do I just continue on the Afghan? I thought I would throw the options in and you can help me pick which one you think I should stitch on. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love working on the Afghan because the Afghan is easy. Because it's bigger, so I can see it. I can see it much clearer than I can see anything else. But that's not to say that it should be the only thing that I stitch on. And given that actually the Teresa Made Me Do It sale started on my live streams, I was sort of thinking that maybe I should get one of my fancy somethings out and we should stitch on some fancy. But I thought, well, rather than me make the decision, I thought I'd get you lot to tell me what to do. I thought that was a much better option. Your stitching is not really the point. I just love your chat. Now, is it that you love my chat or is it that it's actually the chat? Because I actually love the chat. Select create post in top right hand. Oh, top right. Write a message in the text box, then choose poll, then click post. Select create post. Can you see post in the top? Let's see whether the mods can work that out. If not, I'll do it. It doesn't matter. I can do it. if it comes to it. Oh, you could start the new Bella Filipina. Claire, stop it. Stop it. And I don't want to spoil anything, but let's just say that the new Bella Filipina is... I mean, and to be honest, I don't think I would start another Bella Filipina. Not whilst I've got so many on the go. I need to finish one. I so need to finish one. Sandy, duck, duck, duck. No, Sandy. The duck is... do you know what? On the stream is awful. I never get very far with it. It would have to be Teresa. Okay, let me see whether... Hold on. Let me pull up the community and see whether... What was it she said I needed to do? Go to... YouTube Studio dashboard, community. No, do you know what? I'll see if I can do it. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'll see if I can do it. The little video and plus icon. Little video and plus icon. What are you... Hold on a minute. What was that? There's a conversation that's going on between Miss Mary Perkins and Susie. We need to nag her. What are you nagging me on? What am I being nagged on? Evening in the park, get some of those lanterns knocked out. How did I know that evening in the park was going to cut? The only snag, right? I'm gonna be completely and utterly honest with you here. The only reason that I never do a live stream with evening in the park is because evening in the park has got beads on her, and she won't fit on this stand that I use that's connected to that because it's too big. And I can't squish it down because I'll end up with squashed beads. So that is the only reason that Evening in the Park has not had the joyous pleasure of being stitched on whilst I'm on live. Otherwise, I would have done by now. Because that would have just made it fly, I think. Which is why I tend to go with anything that can be squashed up and put onto a smaller frame. I mean, I don't know. Miss Mary Perkins may be able to come up with a suggestion next time she's here of how to get Evening in the Park so that I can stitch on it. Mary says excuses, excuses. It's not an excuse. It's real. It's a real issue, people. What's going on? Why is that? That's not right, is it? Let's have a little look. What have we got going on here? 1, 2, 3. Oh no, that is right. Okay, we need 4 here. Evening in the Park. Greta, it's almost Halloween. Oh, I forgot about Greta. Yeah, but she's not on my stitch pile at the moment. Oh, she's been put up out the way. So I've got... I think I've got Magwayan or Tabataha, or is my fancies. Or Winter White Santa. I don't know. I'll have a look on my handy dandy spreadsheet. But I did have a little list here. I think the list that I was going to post up, I'll do it. Do you know what? Should we just do a poll now? Should we see if I can work out how to do the poll myself? Hold on. Let me finish this 4. Because otherwise we're going to... I'm bringing Greta to the retreat. I want to finish her by Halloween, but I don't think it will happen. Look, we can all aim. Susie says, start your own Christmas ornament. Not yet. I'm not feeling that. I'm not feeling Christmas ornament. Because I'm already actually working on work Christmas something. So I'm like, I don't really want any more Christmas just yet. Okay, let me see if I can work out how to do. I'm just going to flip the screen. Hold on, so I can move my stitching out of the way. let's see if I can set a poll. Now then, what's that? That is edit your stream title. No. No. Go to live dashboard. No, what's this? Oh, hold on. Maybe you can only do it when you're in the YouTube chat. What do you reckon? No, close that. Close. 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 Why is it not closing? Oh, what have I done? Teresa, I think Mary and I are standard rather than managing mods, so can't do a poll. Oh, okay. Let me see. Let me see if I can do a poll. Hold up. What was the instructions again? Was it Be Crafty? Little video on the top of your YouTube screen. Little video. Little video at the top of my... I don't see a little video. Okay, highlight video. Am I supposed to be on my YouTube studio? Be Crafts. I'm going to turn my fan off because it's starting to get a little chilly here, people. I was getting a bit warm. Now I'm getting a bit cold. Next to the notification bell. Okay. I don't see it. Oh, hello. What's this? Engage with your audience. Here we go. Start a poll. Okay, so ask a question. Here we go. What whip should I work on next weekend? Live stream. And then my choices are add options. Why is it giving me yes and no? Oh, add an option. There we go. So what was the choices? We've got Afghan. We've got, add another option. We've got, if I put Tubba, you're going to know that's my Bella Filipina Tubba Taha, right? And then, come on, there's got to be more than 2 options. Edit. How do I create a poll? No, I don't think I've done it right. Well, my poll isn't set up right. What sort of poll is this? It's only giving me 3 options. 35. Hold on. Let's try it again. Okay. Engage with your audience. Let your viewers weigh in. Start a poll. Create a poll. It's not working. Okay, so I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm just going to pick 2 choices, right? Let me consult with, right. Okay, so this was my original idea, was for next week to either stitch on an Afghan, this one, not this. Stitch on Tubba Taha by Bella Filipina. Stitch on Magwayan, or pull out one of my full coverages. So that was what my original plan was, but this isn't letting me. It's only giving me 2 choices. I've got like a 1 or a 2. So I'm gonna go with either Afghan, and we've got a choice: Magwayan or Tubba Taha. So if I said that I could only have 1, would it be more Tubba Taha or would it be more Magwayan? Magwayan is probably a little bit behind and Tubba Taha is maybe a little bit further along. I'm going to put Magwayan in because that's what we started. That's what we started on the channel. So hold on. I'm going to do Which one? Which one for next weekend live? And then I'm going to put on here add option. And I'm going to put Tubber. No, I'm not. I'm going to put Magwayan. Magwayan. Or... Oh. Afghan. Right, you ready? Let's see if I can actually make this poll work. Here we go. Let's see if it's working. Which one for next weekend? I don't know why I've got yes and no. The yes and no won't go away. So you're just going to need to decide out of those two. Because it's not letting me do it any other way. Because it's just not playing ball here. Oh. I'm looking at the percentages. Oh, it's rocking along. What should we give it? Should I give it another minute? I think you can overtype the yes and no when you first start the poll. I tried that. It wasn't letting me overtype it. It didn't let me do that. Make your selections. And then we can decide what it will be for next time. All right. Is that it? Has everyone voted? Oh, it's still moving. We're still moving. Right, I'm calling it. Let's see what we've got. Oh, would you believe it? So Magwayan gets a whopping 86%, with the Afghan only getting a measly 12%. So I think, yeah. I think the decision has been made. The decision has been made. We will be dusting and blowing off the cobwebs of Magwayan for the next stream. So I better get myself in order and get myself in gear for that. So as you've most likely have already gathered, the plan is that I'm planning on doing another live stream next weekend. I'm not quite sure whether it will it be... it could potentially be Friday night or it could be Saturday. I'm not 100% sure yet. Has anyone got a preference of whether it's Friday night or Saturday? See, I don't know what's best for you guys. Not to say that I can definitely commit to it, but if I've got an idea of which one you prefer, if it is something that I could easily to sort of negotiate, then I can try and make it so that I go with whatever the majority say. I don't know why, but my chat is not moving. Why is my chat not moving, people? Hold up. I'm gonna sort this out. Okay. Oh. Refresh chat. Refresh chat? There we go. We're running a reset. When will you film your August roundup? Because next Sunday's the 1st. Good question. Probably not the 1st. I'm not sure. What's this? Put a poll up, Teresa. Oh, you want a poll? Okay, I'll do a poll. I'm gonna... Do you know what? I need to get my mods to... Let me see if I can get my mods. Community moderation. Let's see whether we can get mods to... So they're standard mods. Managing mods. Ah, there we go. So Mad Multi. Mad Multi and Brom. Is it that one? Mad Multi and the Brom. Yep. And Quiet Mind. Stitcher. Save. Okay. So the mods should be able to do the polls now, if I've done it right. Just thought you might want to consider that when you're deciding what day to do the live. Don't think it makes that much of a difference, to be honest, because as a worst case scenario, I can record the footage for the video for my monthly update during the day and then just edit it at any point later in the week. I don't mind doing the recording, just as long as I don't have to do all the editing, because that's the bit that takes a bit longer. That's why it's sort of like turns into half a day slog. Okay, Mad Multi and Mary. I've just given you access to do the poll. To do a poll whether we should do a live stream on Friday evening next week or Saturday evening next week. So at the bottom of the chat, there should be a plus button, and I think you click on the plus button and it says create poll. Engage with your audience. Can we try see if someone else can do it? If not, I'll do it. I'm happy to do it if no one else wants to do it. No, not seeing it. Okay, I'll do a poll. I'll do a poll so we can decide what the plan is for next weekend, shall we? Start a poll. Live stream Friday or Saturday. Okay, the girls are playing now. It's getting out of hand in here. Hold up. So Friday. Would you? Can you really? Can you see this? No, you can just see towels, can't you? They're just like, yeah. They're being particularly naughty now. Where was we? Friday or Saturday? There we go. Okay, start poll. Ignore the yes and no. I have no idea why that keeps coming up. Option 1 and 2 is not an option. You've only got option 3 or 4. So fire away with option 3 or 4. Because for some reason it's all gone a bit funky and I can't work it out. I have no idea what it's doing. Okay, I need to get some more stitches. Come on, Teresa. Although, how many more do we want? Not many more. I'm going to leave that to roll for a little bit so that you can all make up your minds. I've got no poll. What do you mean you've got no poll, Nikki? Is it not shown up? It should be in the. It should be in the chat. Is anyone else can't see the poll? Black bar at the top of chat. It's moving, so I know people can see it. Have you finished, girls? Is it over? Hold on. Oh, yes. See, I'm not paying enough attention there. I nearly went wrong, people. Nearly put too many in then. I'm wondering if it's the alcohol going to one's brain. I mean, not that I've had that many sips of my drink, but it doesn't really take a lot, does it? It's a thing. It's definitely a thing. Right, okay, let's have a little look and see what the polls say. What does the poll say for live streaming for next week? Next week, I'm going to close it now. I'm ending. So the results are 70% of you say Saturday and 28% of you say Friday. So I think that sort of answers it. There's going to need to be a live stream on Saturday. So Saturday next week. Laugh out loud. So I can't start a poll, but I can end one. Do you know what? I'm going to look into it. When Lauren will be back. When's Lauren back? Let me think. Lauren is coming back on Monday. Yes, Lauren will be back on Monday, Morty. So I will be sure to make sure that she goes on there and sorts out my mods so that you can access the polls and stuff for me. Because I mean, admittedly, it's not a bad shout that I do it, because it's nice to know what I was supposed to be doing. But yeah, it's if I can get used to do it, then because then you can do your own polls at your leisure on the channel. I don't even need you can decide what we do a poll on. Seems as like, you know, you bully me and say, oh, you should stitch on your chatelaine, Teresa. Right, how many stitches have we got done? I'm sure you've got a whole lot more than me, because I spent most of my time getting up and down out of this seat, or playing with the pole, or I shouldn't have said that. Mad Multi said, oh, that's asking for trouble. I know, but I trust you. Right, stay there. Stay there, people. I'm sure I just see someone outside my front door. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. I know who that is. You know when it's like, that's a bit creepy. I can hear footsteps. I can hear footsteps outside my window. That was very creepy. Very creepy. But it's fine because I know who it is. Right, let me just make sure that we're not going wrong here, because I don't want to have to be ripping any stitches out, given that I've not actually stitched that many. I mean, this is all I've done on the stream today. That's it. That's as much as I've done. See, now husband decides to come and get the damn dog after it's just been leaping around in here like a gazelle. There. Right. Is that one? Oh, I've just lost my thread now. Do you know what? I'm going to do that off stream. We'll do that off stream. Right, let's flick over, shall we? Because I'm sort of done with the whole stitching now. I think I can officially say that I'm done with stitching. I don't think I did too bad. It wasn't as productive as it has been in the past, admittedly, but I think we done quite well today on today's live stream. I managed to, you know, actually engage and stitch and drink. Although I've still got half a glass left, but it was like a bucket, as it was mentioned to me. I'm drinking out of a bucket. Sandy says, time for the martini now. It is. I mean, it's probably sort of, the fact that he's put so much ice in it is probably very diluted now. Tracy Salt says, I think your camera is showing your stitching back to front. Usually I watch you stitch bottom left to top right, then bottom right to top left. You are correct, Tracy. So, because I always have the chat and me in the smaller square at the bottom right hand corner, but the way I had to attach the stand to the desk, I had to flip it so that it was the other way round, to have the stitching instead of the stitching being to the right, because obviously the chat and the picture would have been over it, and I don't really like to mess around with the setup and then put the chat box and me on the left. It doesn't make any sense to do that, so it's easier to just flip the stitching on the camera. So that's what I did. But very astute of you. I am super impressed with how clever you are there. I saw what you did there. You was like, she's not stitching in the right direction. But no, I was. But you are totally right. You know what? Most people would never have even picked up on that. Diluted is fine, Teresa, means you can have another one. Oh, that's a bit risky. It's a bit risky. I know it's Saturday night, but it's a bit risky. So what is everyone else's plans for the rest of today? I mean, for those of us that are in the UK, it's basically coming up for 9 o'clock. So for us, that's us done. But for the rest of you, have you got big plans for the day? Zoe's done, of course, Zoe's done 200 stitches in her Haid. Of course you did, Zoe. It's like the stitching Trojan. Anybody else got 200 stitches or more? Rachel, I'm planning to work out maybe a jog or weightlifting workout. Good shout, Rachel. I don't know what the dog's doing. Can you hear the dog barking out there? She's playing. She gets ever so excited. Roxy Arts Corner, I'll be stitching all day. 0 stitches so far here. You're going to have to get a wiggle on there, darling. And get some stitching done. Christy's completing a baby quilt. Susie's going to Devon for the week. Oh, Susie, have a wonderful time. Fingers crossed you get the weather. I don't know what it's supposed to be, but I think it's supposed to be brightening up again now. Roxy got 250 stitches. Claire is flosstube in bed. Hannah got 235 stitches. Wow, you got loads of stitches, guys. I'll be staying up until my son sleeps tonight, as he's at the festival with his mates for the first time. Oh, look at him. It's always hard when they first start going out. Aussie Stitcher in Texas, 217 stitches. Fabulous. Silver Stitches bed. I'm going to read some P&P fiction and then go to sleep. Andrea, finish building shelves and canning jam. Nice. Lucy, love the dogs playing. Well, if you could see them. The fact that they do get on with each other. They're actually really, really nice with each other. I'm going to join you on stitching all day. It's only 4 p.m. for me. Fabulous. Jodie, 140 stitches for me, but just realised I've done 40 of those in the wrong colour. Oh! I thought only I could do that. Oh, I feel for you. Oh, that's not good when you realise. At least it was only 40 stitches and not like 140 stitches, right? Isabel, no plans. Anita, 136 stitches. Andrea, 100 stitches. Sandy got 375, but that includes stitching from this afternoon too. That's fine. We'll include those. Stitching and a bit of gaming with mum later. Love that, Lynn. Joanne got 1,100 stitches. Nikki, I'm currently sitting in Pay Hut at Peterborough Beer Festival, volunteering. I have my stitching with me, but spent too much time laughing and chatting. I can imagine you did, Nikki. But good for you on the volunteering. Dawn with one hand managed to do 195 stitches, so not bad considering it's one-handed. I'm very impressed. You've done more than I did and I'm streaming. Andrea, good day stitching. Total stitches 929. See, you've all done so well. B Crafts, only 50 all day today. Do you know what? 50 is better than none. In fact, 1 is better than none. So I'm quite happy with the fact that I done a splodge on my Afghan, because that's a splodge more than I would have done had I not done the live stream. You gotta love it. Kiara, 0 stitches for me, but we'll get them in soon. Nikki says, I've done 75 stitches, but was an hour late. I'm volunteer every year. There's a lot of us. There's a load of us. So much fun. Good. That's what I like to hear. Right, guys, I think I'm going to call it a wrap up. We're like 6 minutes out from the 9 o'clock, so we sort of managed to get to 9 o'clock. I am going to do a live next week. It'll be a little bit special, but you'll find out if you check in with me. Of course, it will be roughly around the same time, so I reckon we're looking at sort of probably a 7 p.m. UK time start for another live. I have had an absolute blast today, this evening. So I thank you all for keeping me completely and utterly entertained. The chat has been super great this evening. And I think we should get some claps in the chat for the mods because they've done a fabulous job on the stream tonight. Keeping us all checked in and making sure that, you know, you all get onto Facebook so that I can see all your pictures. So I think we should get some claps in the chat for the mods. Give them some love because they're the ones that are sort of, you know, answering all of the bits and pieces when I'm not physically capable to do all the things. But no, thank you guys for helping me out, Miss Mary Perkins and Mad Morty. Really do appreciate all your help on the stream. Like I say, live stream next weekend. I'm gonna say 7 p.m. If it changes, I'll post in a community to say that I'm you know, we're doing it at a different time, but my plan it will be 7 p.m. So on that note, I'm gonna go and finish the rest of this. Go and run my little doggies ragged because otherwise they're never going to go to sleep or ever go to bed because they're going to be too lively. So it's time for doggy playtime here at right 9 p.m. So I'm hoping that half an hour of playing with dogs and yeah, they should chill out and actually let me sit down and, you know, go to bed or do something fun. I should really go and speak to the husband, seeing as he's here now. So on that note, my lovelies, thank you so much. Thank you for coming and hanging out with me. Thank you for helping me stitch. Thank you for your great company as always. And I look forward to seeing you all again next week for those of you that can make it. I will be doing my monthly update as well next week. So if you don't catch me on the live, then at some point through that next week, I'll do my update. And for those of you that had gone on to or requested on the giveaway of my last actual video, for those that saw it, I'm going to be posting tomorrow. So I'm just going to post a video of me rolling the numbers on a random generator. So if you put your name down for any of the gifts, then yeah, the video should go up tomorrow. Okay, so just so that you know. Have a lovely weekend for the rest of you. Have a lovely bank holiday for those that are going to be having Monday off. Unfortunately, I'm not getting Monday off. I'm working on Monday. But for all of you that are, have a fabulous long bank holiday weekend. And I will see you next weekend if you can make it. Bye-bye, guys.